This has been bothering me for years. We go in to stay at a resort. I find one with the glass panels so that you can, because you're driving for a conference or whatever, several hours, and you want to be able to see, you can pay a little extra and you get to see the thing that you came here to see, which is in this case the ocean. But notice, I don't know if you notice the problem when I come in. The glass is great. The problem is, and there's 4 places to sit in this hotel room. You can sit on the bed, you can sit on the couch, you can sit on that leather chair you see there, or on the deck, and there's 2 Adirondack chairs. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which place you sit. You think that, especially the Adirondack chair, maybe it's a little lower, maybe it will fix this problem. So I have to kind of crouch down. Turns out the only place I could have an optimal view was sitting on the carpet. And then I could see the thing that I came to see. When you go to the beach, there's a thin band of things. You're not here to see the sand or the sky. You want to see the ocean and the sunset, which is right in the middle band. And they put the railing right where your eye line would be. When you mount a TV on the wall, you don't mount the TV at the ceiling or on the floor. You mount it in your field of vision, the area that you're looking right here. There is an optimal viewing window to see the world. And by the way, this doesn't just apply to beach houses. We live in a beautiful world. The point of glass is to let beauty in. And sure, we have to have handrails. Some houses are doing it right, but as you'll see, most buildings are doing it wrong. And why would you purposely do it wrong when there's a better way? Let's see who's doing it right. It turns out almost no one. This is a resort town, so there's lots of hotels and vacation rentals, Airbnbs, and restaurants in either direction. And by the way, only 14% did it right. Now here's this house. You notice that again, wood railing, it doesn't really matter, same problem. Now I actually like this one. I give this house a B-. They have this little crow's nest, and they put windows at the optimal viewing distance. So I get, if you're going to the coast, it can often be windy, so you do need something to block the wind. But they built these windows at the optimal viewing height. So you can sit at your Adirondack chair and you can actually see the thing that you came here to see. It does look like they need to replace the seals on those windows though. All right, so here's another house, same problem. I don't know why you'd even rent through the nose to rent this house if you're just gonna sit. If you're 3 blocks away from the beach, obviously staying at the beach, you're gonna spend a lot more money. What's the point? I don't know why you would even rent this house, because the whole point of renting the house is so that you can sit down on the porch and look at the ocean, but it doesn't matter. You're looking through wood. Here's a little nicer house. Ooh, they got red Adirondack chairs. Same thing. You're looking through a little nicer, but metal railing. They have those picnic benches down there. That's probably where I would sit. Here's the best part. The windows are great behind the chairs, but now you're looking through the chairs and you're looking through the railing. Here's another house, a little nicer. They got the glass. That's nice, but they still have the metal railing. Again, if you ever sit at Adirondack chair, the top of the chair, I'm 5'10", comes out to about right here. You're right there. You're looking right in the field of view. Same thing with these. You're looking through wood. This is one of the nicer hotels on the boardwalk, and same thing. So I don't know if these are condos or what, but same thing. You got the glass, and then you have metal on the perimeter. Now, if you're gonna say, well, Greg, just stand up. Well, I can stand at the beach. I can bring a chair to the beach. But if you're paying through the nose to view the beach, you want an unadulterated experience. You want the full experience. I don't know why. This is just a bad design. So same thing. This is the worst. The wood is the worst, as it's thick. So this really grinds my gears. So imagine you drive several hours to go to the beach, right? And then maybe you want to go out to eat. You've already gone 99% of the way to the beach. You go and spend through the nose to eat out for a decent hamburger or whatever. And then you go here and let's say the weather is nice enough that you can sit on the patio, but you're viewing the view that you drove 8 hours to view through prison bars. And furthermore, I go around the corner a second. Here you go. They have rooftop seating, and I love rooftop seating. Is the best thing in the world. But it doesn't matter, because you go up there and you're viewing the world through prison bars. Here's the Holiday Inn, same thing. Oh, here's a river view, same thing. Metal bars on the railing. So this is a different bar, and they have this bar seating. So apparently if you have no friends or no date and you're eating by yourself, you can sit and eat there and look at the view, except that, well, if you have a date, you're behind the partition and so you don't have a view. But then I look up and I realize that they do have some like bar seating up there, so I guess you can sit up there with your date and enjoy the view. So I'll give this a B-. This is the biggest resort at the city. Same thing. You got glass, which is great, but then the metal perimeter. Same thing. Metal bars, more metal bars. Okay, so we got some glass here. We got some improvement. So the top has got railing blocking your view. The bottom, now I realize that this is not always a possibility. That sometimes, you know, if you get high enough, you need railing, but these guys are low enough, and maybe they have the steps that they can actually get rid of the railing. This is a rental I would pay for, because you can actually sit on your Adirondack chair and enjoy the thing that you're paying through the nose to go see. Another hotel, same thing, prison bars. Okay, so here's the irony. This is like the most rundown house in the entire city that I found, but it's on the water, it's on the ocean. I don't know, it's neglect, but the design is actually right. They have this little glassed-in porch, I guess, but the glass is actually at the right height, so you sit at your Adirondack chair and it's not blocking your view. Somebody buy this house and flip it, please. Okay, so now they have fancy wood railing. They just reduce the size so you can see through while you're sitting down. That's great. So this is a little nicer, a little dated from it looks like a little from the 1990s architecture maybe. Up in the top room, you have a great view. The bottom view, it's not quite clear if you have a good view or not. You might, but still metal railing. This one's okay. Again, more metal railing. Downstairs, they have a good view. It's not blocked by the railing. Same thing, more metal railing. Oh, there's the view. Oh, forget that. Oh, more railing, glass panels. That's nice. Again, you got some nice light fixtures. What kills me is they spent so much money building and renovating these houses that they just kind of phone it in. Again, rooftop decking. Love me some rooftop decking. Again, more rooftop decking. And now it's wood lined, so it's thicker. Again, blocking your view. More of the same. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so that's the bad. Here are the good ones. So this is a good one. So what they did is they had to go a little bit higher for code or whatever reason. And what they did, if you notice, they didn't put any railing on the top. So the top of the glass is exposed. So even if the top of the glass is at your center field of vision where your eyesight is, at least it's not obstructed by metal. And you know, it might be a little distorted, but I would give this like an A-. This is really good. Same thing here. They got nothing at the top. Now this is interesting because this is like a circa 1990s house. It's not the nicest house, not the nicest fixture. So if you're buying this condo or whatever, it's not the most expensive one. And I like these guys because they did floor to ceiling glass, and at least the top unit and the middle unit did it right. Now I gave that earlier bars a hard time. I actually like this. The glass is high enough that it's blocking the wind if that's a problem. And if you're spending $60 for a burger, at least you get the view of the thing that you drove hours to see. Now, what kills me is that this restaurant actually doesn't face the ocean. There's a boardwalk where the restaurants and the hotels all are facing the ocean, and then there's a road that kind of goes up towards the town. And the one restaurant that does it right isn't even in the right location. So if you look carefully in the glass, you can see you have a great view of the businesses across the street. But I really like how they did it there. Here is a resort that actually did it right. The glass is actually high enough that you can sit down and enjoy the view. Well done. And lastly, this is like a new construction or renovation. I really like what they did there. So again, the glass, I would have gone a little higher on the glass, but at least they didn't put any railing on the top. You can actually see the thing that you came here to see. If you're gonna build a deck and put railing, put glass railing. Make it pretty. Help you enjoy the view. And if you're renting a place, support businesses who do it right. Hope that helps.